The camera lights blazed hotter than usual that evening. It was supposed to be another run-of-the-mill debate on national policy, predictable jabs, recycled talking points, and the usual partisan spin. But no one watching, at home or in the studio, expected what happened next. Especially not Caroline Leavitt. Caroline, a polished conservative commentator known for her fiery wit and unwavering loyalty to former President Trump, had strutted onto the stage with a smirk and a stack of talking points. Across from her stood Representative Jasmine Crockett, fresh from a string of town halls, her voice raspy but sharp. She wasn't there to play nice. And as the moderator introduced the segment, something in Jasmine's eyes signaled that this wouldn't be business as usual. The debate started civilly enough: education policy, border control, tax reform. But then came the pivot. The moderator tossed a curveball question that neither woman had seen coming: what does leadership mean to you? Beyond politics, beyond party loyalty. Caroline jumped at the chance to tie leadership to Trump's record: booming economy, deregulation, strong borders. And let's not forget, she added, Melania Trump brought grace and elegance back to the White House. Jasmine waited patiently, her lips pressed into a thin line. Then she leaned forward, voice low and steady, and said, "You want to talk about leadership? Let's talk about the truth. Even when it's uncomfortable. Especially then." The room fell silent. And with that, she began. "I met a woman last month," Jasmine said. "Her name's Carla. She's a single mom in Ohio. Her job disappeared after her factory outsourced work overseas. She voted for Trump. Twice. Thought he'd bring the jobs back. But instead, she watched billionaires get tax cuts while her daughter had to drop out of college." Caroline tried to interject, but Jasmine raised a hand, not unkindly. "I'm not done," she said, her voice growing in intensity. "Then there's Marcus, an Army vet. He served 3 tours overseas. When he came home, he needed treatment for PTSD. You know what he found? Red tape. Closures. A VA system gutted under budget cuts. He called the White House once, desperate. You know who called back? No one." By now, the audience was quiet. Even the camera crew looked uneasy. Jasmine turned slightly toward Caroline. "You say Melania brought grace. Tell that to the immigrants who were caged while she wore a jacket that said, 'I really don't care,' do you? Tell that to the young girls who needed empathy, and saw silence instead." Caroline sat stiffly, her mouth slightly open, the wind knocked out of her polished armor. Jasmine wasn't done. Leadership is about standing for the people when it costs you something. It's about telling the truth even when it burns. And the truth is, we were sold a fantasy. A golden elevator and a model first lady don't erase the pain of forgotten Americans. There was no applause. Not yet. The weight of her words needed time to settle. The moderator, visibly rattled, cleared his throat but couldn't quite find the words to steer the show back to its script. Caroline, to her credit, tried to respond. But all that came out was a soft, stunned, I didn't know. And maybe she didn't. That moment sparked something across the country. The clip went viral within minutes, hashtags trended, pundits scrambled. But more importantly, everyday people like Carla and Marcus, felt seen. Felt heard. Later that night, Jasmine sat in her dressing room, her phone buzzing nonstop. Her aide knocked softly. "You okay?" she asked. Jasmine nodded slowly. "Yeah. I think I said what needed to be said." The aide smiled. "You didn't just speak. You roared." Weeks later, Caroline gave a rare, candid interview. She admitted that Jasmine's words had shaken her. "I thought I knew the full picture," she said quietly. "But I'd been looking through a very narrow lens." Sometimes, you need someone to take that lens and shatter it. Jasmine's courage didn't just shift public opinion, it ignited conversations around dinner tables, on campuses, in churches and barbershops. People questioned. Reflected. Some changed. Not because one woman had all the answers. But because she told the truth. And in a world drowning in spin, that truth rang louder than any slogan.